homeowners. I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I have some important information for you regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and more than 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. And Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. If you weren't HARP eligible in the past, new guidelines could mean that now you are. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. It's simple and easy. And for 4 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN. Or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance calls. For cost information, equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Play the Lucky for Life draw game at a Massachusetts lottery retailer today for your chance to win $1,000 a day for life. Spend $8 more on a single Lucky for Life ticket and get a lucky ticket for a chance to win $2,014.
Real change? That's extra 20 checking from Santander. This account can pay you $20 every month.
How long is that going to last?
It lasts until you close your account because you are just so tired of getting paid. Seriously, this is no promo.
So I can wait?
Why wait? It's like, picture finding $20 in the pocket of your favorite jacket every month.
This is my favorite jacket.
Of course it is. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see this, but we're dealing with a fringe situation here.
So where's my $20?
At Santander. All you have to do is get direct deposit and pay bills online. Are you gonna make the change?
You know you love the fringe.
Go to santanderbank.com/extra20 or visit a branch today.
$20 bonus for direct deposits of $1,500 or more and 2 bills paid using our online banking bill pay feature per service fee period. Bonuses will be credited to your Extra 20 savings account on the first business day after your Extra 20 checking account service fee period ends. Extra 20 savings account required. Limit 1 package per person. Extra 20 and real change or trademarks of Santander Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
CBS Tonight.
My favorite TV shows are on Tuesdays.
The new season of NCIS is off and running.
We're investigating the death of a Navy officer.
With a mystery that has the White House calling.
Now you better take this, boss. It's the President of the United States.
And agents.
Hi.
Swooning.
Oh my God, so cute, right? Yeah, duh.
Don't miss TV's #1 drama, NCIS. Then, Michael Weatherly from NCIS lets the good times roll.
Watch and learn.
On a new episode of the new hit drama, NCIS New Orleans.
Are we gonna have some fun?
And see why critics call Person of Interest one of the best hours of TV you'll ever see.
It is still my job to save people. If you or anyone else attempt to intervene, you will surely find yourselves dead.
New Person of Interest after new episodes of NCIS and NCIS New Orleans. Tonight, only CBS.
Tonight, starting at 8 on WBZ-TV.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience hiring new employees can be tough. With so many job boards out there, you need to post your job on all the top job sites to find the best candidates. Now, with ZipRecruiter.com, you can post to 50-plus job sites, including Craigslist and social networks like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, all with a single click. Screen, rate, and hire the right candidates fast. Listeners of this program can try ZipRecruiter for free by visiting ZipRecruiter.com/Boston. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Boston.
Did you know that FanDuel has more players and pays out more money than all the other one-week fantasy football sites combined? Yup, FanDuel is the leader in one-week fantasy football, and they're paying out more than $10 million a week this football season. That's more than any other fantasy football site in the world. If you haven't played there yet, you're really missing out. At FanDuel, you play in one-week fantasy football leagues for real money with immediate cash payouts, and there's no season-long commitment, so you only play when you want. A 28-year-old named Eric Hafner turned a $125 deposit into over $158,000. Damn! And he's not alone. Over 278,000 people have already won money playing in these one-week fantasy football leagues at FanDuel.com. And right now, FanDuel is giving you up to $200 free. That's right. For every dollar you deposit until this Friday, FanDuel will match it up to $200. The only way to get up to $200 free is to go to FanDuel.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and use the promo code 2121. That's FanDuel.com, promo code 2121. 121.
Join Mr. Sid this Thursday for Samuel Son made-to-measure trunk show at a Capitol Grill cocktail reception. Finish off your jacket, blazer, or suit with custom linings and buttons for the ultimate personalized clothing experience. Receive a $100 Capitol Grill gift card with any Samuel Son purchase. Mr. Sid, 1211 Center Street, Newton Center.
The 99 Restaurants has 9 real-size entrees for just $9.99. They're big, hearty portions you can count on all day, every day, like the tender top sirloin steak. The 99 Restaurants, always the real deal.
Now, here's the 98.5 Sports Hub headlines.
The Patriots now 2-2 on the year after falling 41-14 last night to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Patriots now have a short week and a tough task ahead of them. Their next game happens on Sunday Night Football in Foxborough against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are coming off the bye week. The Raiders today reportedly named Tony Sparano as their team's interim head coach, and baseball's postseason begins tonight with the first of 2 wildcard games. It's the Athletics against the Royals. First pitch at 8:07. Sports Up headlines are brought to you by Nokian Tires, featuring the top-rated WRG3. Get traction at NokianTires.com. I'm Mark Bertrand on Boston's home for sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. More headlines in 20 minutes.
Felger and Mazz.
They could not have anticipated it was going to be this bad, though, without Jenkins.
You got a young roster. You let go of your best linemen. You know your linemen are going to be in and out. You don't have a deep threat. All your speed is young players that haven't played. They've asked Tom to do this for the last 4 or 5 years, and he has done spectacularly. He's done the most with less than anyone in the league. Yeah. And this year, it's finally too much.
Steve Young on ESPN. Again, I'm impressed with ESPN, their commentary last night. Not often they do that. Not often they go after ownership or a team-building philosophy, really hitting at the core of it. I don't think enough people have done it with the Patriots here in Boston. Never mind nationally, because it is all tied together. The Kraft's philosophy is Bill's philosophy. I mean, that's what it is. And it's part of the reason the team looked like it looked last night. It's not often you get guys going there on a national broadcast.
That's a good point, Mike.
So good for them. I'll give you more too. It's the pregame to me was even more stunning. Postgame they'd gotten waxed, and so everyone's just teeing off, right? Pregame, before they even played a snap, you should have heard what these guys are saying. Here's George and Methuen, though. Back to more of your phones on the AT&T fan line. George and Methuen on Darrelle Revis. Go ahead, George.
Hey, Felgi, love you guys. Love the show. Real quick, when you guys got Revis, you guys said that was a Super Bowl championship team. Real quick, Vito just said no. 2, Brady, I think he's getting old. It happens. It really happened. Romy just said it. It really happened. It happened to the best. And I remember Bill Walsh saying one time that after 10 years, our coach do get burned out. Do you guys think that he's burned out?
It's a fair question, George. I don't think Bill's burned out, but how could you possibly say Bill has the same fastball he had 10 years ago?
I mean, to me, that's one of sort of the stories he come out of that game with last night, too.
Look at the defense. All right, the offensive thing we can explain away. Brady's 37 and in decline. They've been drafting on defense for years at the expense of the offense. There's only 1 first-round pick on the offense right now. And they haven't even made any other first-round picks on the offensive side of the ball. There's a reason we can give you point A to point B to point C how the offense got to where it got to. What's the excuse on defense?
There is none.
It's young. They spent money in certain places. They have first and second round picks everywhere. They're all healthy. Do they have 1 injury on defense?
Nope. Collins was back on the field last night. Full time, pretty much.
So
nope.
Dennard.
All right, Dennard's out, I guess.
Big deal.
But fine. Well, there's one.
It's a starting corner. I would say it's a big deal, but it's not why they look the way they do.
All I'm saying is, what's the excuse there?
There isn't any.
Coaching. Or what? Something.
Or the guys that you spend high draft picks on aren't as good as where you drafted them. And you picked wrong, right? And you've got guys out there like Jamie Collins, like Dante Hightower. Don't want to put Chandler Jones in that category because I think that's a really good player. Tavon Wilson, Deron Harmon, Logan Ryan. Who do you want to name? These are all guys that they spent high draft picks on. Top three rounds of the draft, and they haven't worked out for them. Just look at the last 3 or 4 years in the draft. Guys like Jake Beckett in the 3rd round. Right? I mean, doing things like that. Guys that are not competitive football players. Guys that are not contributing in any way, shape, or form to this team.
Revis is not their fault. Revis is Revis's fault. Partly. I mean, was Revis in a lot of zone last night?
Felt that way.
So what? Someone explain this to me. Why would they let Aqib Talib go all over the field with one guy and man up on a guy and get all physical with the guy, but they're not letting him Revis do it? Why?
Mike, I don't have an answer for you.
Are they trying to prove a point? Oh, it's the system, it's not the player. You come here, Darrell, you play under our system. We don't bend for your personal style.
Well, then why would they go out and get him?
Right? I don't know.
That's why I have a hard time believing that. Like, there's no way they're trying to prove a point, and in the process, they're looking this bad. There's just no way.
So that's part of it. You do wonder, is Revis being used properly? But most of it should be on Revis. Revis is not playing well.
Is he disinterested?
Feels like it, Beetle. Do you feel like he's digging in there?
I feel like he just isn't all that into it. He is not as engaged as he should be because he's not in a situation that he loves.
I can't tell you why, Beetle. Because you're saying maybe he's in a situation he doesn't love. That's possible. I don't know the reason. All I know is how it looks, and I think you're right. Autopilot.
Yes.
Right? Like,
coasting, yeah.
He's
going
there,
through the motions.
He's there, but he's not digging in.
And the same could be said for a lot of guys on this team, so it's not unique to him. Which guys on defense do look like they're digging in and really going at it?
Hightower up until last night.
Yeah, not last night.
Look, I think Jones is trying. I think they're getting an honest effort out of him. I think McCourty's trying.
I think Jones and Hightower were getting after it up until last night. I think McCourty's been good,
Well, in Jones's defense last night, he should not be playing end in a 3-4.
Yeah, and he was
There's just no freaking way that's going to work.
He was back down for parts of last night. Why? Right? Wasn't
he? Because, Mike, they don't have the personnel. They have left themselves so thin on the defensive line that Silver Salinga goes down with an injury, and now they are, lost. They're at a loss. They don't know how to set this thing up because they have left themselves so thin on that defensive line.
Which is comical, too, because what they have preached for so long is the depth. We have depth. That's what, it's the bottom 2/3 of the roster, all that other crap, right to the bottom third of the roster. And you look at it now and say they have no depth. Who do they have beyond their 3 linebackers?
Here's Jens in Weymouth. Go ahead, Jens.
Hey, you guys are hitting on a lot of good points. So I want to focus in on what Mazz said just about half an hour ago about still having faith in this season. I'm just looking at the schedule, and I don't see anything. I don't see 8-8 anything better than 8-8. That's case scenario 8-8.
I'm not willing to go there.
Not yet.
What? I mean, you think
early?
Suddenly you think we're 7-9? I mean, I'm stunned. The Patriots are dogs. I think they're underdogs right now to Cincinnati at home. Ay. I did not think he would be there. And I still do not think this is a 7-9 team. I think they're going to straighten it out enough to beat the teams they should beat. But now you go back to, just like they did last year. They straightened it out enough last year where they beat the teams they should beat and put up a good record. But at the end of the day, they still weren't a good team. They still weren't a great team. They still weren't a championship caliber team. They were good. They weren't great. And that's now I wonder where we are here. They're going to win the division. The division's just too sucky for them not to. And they're still too good in too many areas not to win the games they should win. So they're going to be, I'd be surprised if they were less than 10 wins. But how good are they? And how good are they going to be? That's what I'm worried about.
Well, you mentioned the 2009 season. They still finished that year 10-6. And the team was a mess. And they made the playoffs. They won their division. And then how did they look in the playoffs?
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
They got blown out.
Yeah, they get steamrolled.
And
totally.
then that's kind of where I think people feel this team is going today.
Yeah, look, Mike, the division is, please. They almost win that one by accident, right? Because everyone else sucks so bad. They could probably go 9-7 and win the division.
Mazz, I think 8-8 wins the division this year.
And so, I put, I'm not saying they're going to miss the playoffs, but to me, this is all about, it comes back to that same thing. Maximizing your opportunities with Tom Brady at quarterback. And now, unquestionably, Brady has slipped. We all see it. There was debate about, some of us saw it in the last couple of years, right? Even if people didn't want to admit it. But now it's painfully apparent to everyone. And so Brady has slipped, and they do not have the capacity to make up for it. Look, a lot of what those guys were saying last night, Dilfer, Steve Young, all of them, is right. Brady has been covering up their flaws for how many years now? And now he has slipped to the point where he can't cover them up anymore. And ironically, they're asking him to do more by having gotten rid of Mankins too. All right. I'm sorry. As much as people want to beat the crap out of Brady, okay, and I'm not crazy about the way Brady's playing or about how he's handling this. Not his fault. He's not at the top. I shouldn't say not his fault, but he's not at the top of the list.
You folks want to win a free car? I'll give you details on how you can win a free car next. Plus, we'll get to what I think is the lead story. It just blew me away last night. A major NFL broadcast partner going after the spending habits and the team-building philosophy of the Crafts on a nationally televised game. Never heard it before. I heard it last night. We'll get to all that stuff with details on how to win a free car. Don't go anywhere.
Felger and Mazz. The Patriots play here.
Brady looks to a wide-open receiver. A one-handed grab. Diving kick lead. Diving to the end zone.
98.5, the Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Mark the Beetle Bertrand. How's your fantasy football team doing after 4 weeks? I'm talking about your year-long leagues. You know, the one where you're scouring the waiver wire, looking to fill in some holes. And, you know, you got to deal with the bye weeks now because that's a thing. I'll tell you what, why don't you forget all that and imagine resetting your lineup each and every week, playing fantasy football for real money. You can do that right now on FanDuel.com. It's weekly, so what happened last week doesn't matter. Maybe you're 0-4 or 1-3 or just 2-2. You're a mediocre year-long league. Get out of that. Come over to FanDuel.com, the leader in one-week fantasy football leagues for real money. The money is real. Entry fees starting at just $1. No season-long commitment, which means you play each week or play whenever you want. It's all up to you. And like I said, every time you play, you set a brand new lineup. FanDuel's paying out more than $10 million every single week this NFL season. But you have to play to win. So sign up today. Go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, and use my code BEETLE and sign up now. That's BEETLE. It's a new user special, and it's ending soon. FanDuel will match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $200. That's up to $200 free. Offer's good only for the first 50 people that use my code BEETLE. So don't forget to use it. BEETLE. FanDuel.com. Every week's a brand new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today, and don't forget that code BEETLE.
Time is running out to get your tickets for tonight's Mega Millions drawing with an estimated $105 million jackpot. You can purchase tickets up to 10:45 p.m. Watch the drawing and check your winning numbers at masslottery.com. And good luck.
CBS Tonight, a new NCIS mystery goes straight to the top.
Boss, it's the president.
Then on the new hit drama NCIS New Orleans, Michael Weatherly from NCIS lets the good times roll.
Watch and learn.
A new NCIS New Orleans, CBS Tonight.
Your Boston area GMC dealers are going to work for you. This month is a fantastic time to get great deals when you buy or lease any of the professional grade models in the GMC lineup, like the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra with Ecotech 3-engine technology. The first full-size light-duty pickup to feature direct fuel injection, active fuel management, and variable valve timing for every engine. That means power you expect and efficiency you want. The 2014 Sierra. Incredible thinking in the form of a truck.
Thermostats. Not exactly the most riveting of topics. But did you know your thermostat controls half of your energy bill? Clunky old thermostats waste huge amounts of energy, and programmable thermostats are about as easy to figure out as your kid's high school trigonometry homework. That's why we made the Nest Learning Thermostat. Just turn it up and turn it down. Within a week, Nest learns your schedule. No programming necessary. Nest also turns itself down when no one's home and connects to your smartphone. Teach the Nest Thermostat your schedule and it can save you about 20% on your heating and cooling bill. On average, that's about $170 a year. And you don't need to be a trigonometry expert to realize that can really add up. Take control of your energy use and start saving money today. Get a Nest thermostat at Nest.com and start saving energy automatically. Nest. Welcome to a more thoughtful home.
Hi, this is former Boston Bruin Derek Sanderson. I've been working with my good friends at America's Compounding Center to help ease the pain in my hips, back, and knees as a result of my hockey career. Have your compounded medications filled at America's Compounding Center and receive an autographed copy of my book, Limit 1 per customer. To get more information, call 1-800-299-PAIN. That's 1-800-299-PAIN. America's Compounding Center, the official pharmacy of the Boston Bruins.
We're not part of a 100-year tradition. Your great-grandpa didn't swear by us. We don't work out of the back room of a dimly lit cottage. The truth is, we don't do anything the way they used to. We do it better. We're Keen Utility. We make the next generation of work boots. Our boots are tough, but we believe that toughness and comfort are not opposing forces. And our boots are safe and dependable. Lace up a pair of Keens and you'll get that same feeling you get from your go-to tool, a thing you can always count on no matter what. Keen Utility. We make boots that work better. Try on a pair of Keen Utility work boots at Work & Gear and see for yourself.
this weekend in Billerica. No cash down, no payments, no interest until next year. This weekend only at High Octane Harley in Billerica.
CBS presents a new mystery thriller that will never let you go.
Anyone can be a stalker. Anyone can be a victim.
Stalker series premiere, CBS this Wednesday.
This hour is brought to you by NTB Tire and Service Centers, featuring NTB's 1999 oil change. NTB Tire and Service Centers. That's all you need.
Michael Felger, Tony Maserati, Felger and Mazz.
We mentioned, John, in Monday Night Countdown as we sort out the flag on the field, that we sit with the quarterbacks and the head coaches every week. And when we sat with Tom Brady, and we've done this for a lot of years, Tom was tight. He was aggravated. He was not happy with the way things are going offensively. And you see it today. This is as frustrated as I've ever seen Tom Brady in watching him since 2000.
High expectations, and that's an understatement. Nobody has the expectations and the standards that Tom Brady has. They're clearly struggling as a football team, and he's struggling himself. And they've got a long way to go to solve their problems on offense. They're not running the ball. They're not pass protecting. They can't stretch the field, and here's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And here's Jimmy Garoppolo. You heard the very first part of that there, right?
Yeah, so yeah, sure.
And so this, you folks probably know this by now, but before any nationally televised game, and they're all nationally televised, before every game, you have what's called a production meeting, where you meet with Phil Simms and Jim Nantz, or Bryant Gumbel and or Greg Gumbel and Dan Dierdorf, or Mike Tirico and Jay Gruden, John Gruden. Great with names, aren't I? So you meet with all the broadcasters, right?
This is how Troy Aikman knew that Gronk looked great in practice.
Well, because they're also allowed out to practice, but this is why Aikman's able to say to us, Brady believes that Gronk's the best-looking guy out at practice, because you get a private conversation with these guys where you're not necessarily quoting them directly, but you're talking to them. And so that's the formal thing, where you're sitting with the broadcast team in what's called production meetings. But then there's just talking to these guys on the field. My sources tell me that Brady had a long conversation on the field last night with Trent Dilfer. That was not part of a production meeting or anything. It's just on the field before the game, warming up. He's chatting up Trent Dilfer.
Quarterback to quarterback.
Wait till you hear what some of the quarterbacks were saying last night. But even here, and Jimmy, if you just play the very first part of that again, this is in the fourth quarter, Tirico and Gruden, just before Garoppolo comes on the field.
We mentioned, John, in Monday Night Countdown as we sort out the flag on the field, that we sit with the quarterbacks and the head coaches every week. And when we sat with Tom Brady, and we've done this for a lot of years, Tom was tight. He was aggravated. He was not happy with the way things are going offensively. And you see it today. This is as frustrated as I've ever seen Tom Brady in watching him since 2000.
Okay, that was before the game. That was coming into the team's still 2-1. And they're coming into a game that a lot of people thought they could and should win. And Brady was tight and aggravated and frustrated.
Frustrated with the way things have gone offensively is what he said, and I think he got it wrong. I think it's frustrated with the way things have gone organizationally is what I would have said. But anyway, keep going.
Well, I'm just trying to lay a foundation here that Brady talked to all the ESPN people before the game. And I think he talked to them as part of that formal, informal, off the record sort of production meeting thing. And I think he talked to a lot of guys on the side. He had a long talk with Dilfer last night before the game. And I'm just sort of setting the stage here a little bit for what you're going to hear next hour, what some of these ESPN people said. Where, there's two stories here. One is that a broadcast partner went after the Crafts and the way they spend money and the front office and how they build their team, which I've never heard before. And the other part of it is where'd those opinions come from? Did Dilfer just pull that out of his backside and Steve Young pull that out of his backside? Or was that a little bit of the quarterback union talking? And was that a little bit of Tom Brady and or his camp talking in some of those comments? We'll do that next. But first, 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Clay Family Dealerships are giving you the chance at one of 5 to drive. Be caller 5 right now at 98.5 The Sports Hub contest line, which is 617-931-0985. And you'll score a $100 Halfway Cafe gift card and be qualified to win your choice of one of 5 brand new vehicles from Clay. For details and to see available vehicles, head to cbsbostonsports.com. From the 5 Clay family dealerships, visit them at claycars.com. It's from the station that drives you all football season, 98.5 The Sports Up. Beatles Update takes 90 seconds. No commercials. We're right back.
This is Boston's home for sports. From the Town Fair Tire Studio, WBZ-FM and HD1 Boston 98.5 The Sports.